Okay, hello guys, Alex here. Today we're going to talk about how to draw resistance and support lines. So before we start, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a professional. I just do this for your edutainment. First, we start with the resistance and support lines. The time frame is the weekly, and you can also start on the monthly, but the weekly is fine as well. I take the horizontal and place it where I think the price has trouble to go through the line. So break the resistance or break the support or break the resistance like this. So these are main support and resistance lines. You can also draw them in the current bull run or bear market, depends on how you look at it or what your opinion is. But I can also draw these lines right there. So I tend to draw the most extreme ranges because I will just go on the daily and put more resistance lines. So to be organized, I can just select these, make a group, and I'll say weekly RNN. So now you can hide and unhide these lines easily. I go on the daily, and first thing I do, I check if these lines are accurately placed. If not, I can just put them more accurately. That one would be okay. This one a little higher, like that. So, yeah, I think that's okay. This one needs to be a little lower. You can also take the bodies instead of the wicks from the candles. That's also fine. Yeah, I'll give you an example. If you look right here, you can place it on the body, but also on the wick. It depends on what you prefer. Yeah, but be consistent. So I've placed the others on the wicks, so I will also place these on the wicks. So I'm now on the daily. I want to put some more lines, and again I'll go with the wicks, and this time I'll choose a different color. So let's say we'll choose green, for example. Yeah, and I start drawing the outer ranges of the price, just like that. I'm not being super precise. If you want to be super precise, you can just double click the line and go on the candle you're basing your line on. Then in this upper area, it says the price. Well, the price of the wick is the L. Yes, in this case is 43,021. So to give you an example, 43,021 and a few cents, I thought, no, exactly 43,021. Press OK, and now it's exactly, as you can see here, on that same price. So you can do this with every line you draw. All right. So I see another support area right there, and let's see. Yeah, I can even go on the 4-hour and do the same thing. But before we do that, we organize. Yeah, create a group, call this daily. Okay. So again, you can just hide these and put them back again. So now I have other areas that seem important, and I'll make them a different color for you guys. Make them a little thinner. Yes, and just keep drawing. So sometimes you need to zoom in a little bit to see, okay, where are these wicks, going, or maybe you want to start drawing candles. Depends on your preference, like I said. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the vertical. So take the horizontal. Yeah, so this is an area to look out for. This one. So this is how you can draw your RNS lines. But as you can see, probably you're like, well, I would have drawn it differently, and that is okay. You know, if everybody has his own way, there's not a way that is the best or, you know, perfect. But I agree that these kinds of lines and the way that I place them is based on what I see. So maybe someone else sees something different. Okay, so he will place his lines in a different way. So why are support and resistance line important? Well, so let's say this green line, and I actually know that this line is something like this. Yeah. So this green line, let's highlight that, make it a little thicker. Okay, is a resistance line. This means that the price cannot go above, or at least has difficulty going above. So I will now draw some arrows so that you can, you know, see what I mean. So this price action, yeah, bounces on this line, then it goes back, bounces on that line. So here the price is getting supported by the support line. It bounces, yeah, it goes back up, it ranges between these two areas here, and then it tries to retest that line again. Actually, it goes a little lower, yeah, so like this, test this line, and then it tries to break above but gets resisted. That's why it's called a resistance line. And these areas right here, the price is getting supported, yeah, that's why it's called a support line. So instead of lines, you could actually also draw support boxes, let's say. Okay, so you can actually do this. Well, this box right here is acting like support, yeah. So it goes sometimes all the way through, and sometimes it gets rejected at the upper area of the box. So this is also a way you could draw your well, let's say support boxes or resistance boxes. Okay, so why are these things important? Well, let's first organize, of course. 4 hour notes. You gotta stay organized. 4 hours or earnings. Okay, so why is this important? You want to know where the price can bounce. Yeah, it's simple as that. Because lesson 1, as I always say, drawing these lines, you need to know that these areas, places where you want to place a long when trading. Okay, and these areas are areas where you want to place a sell order, or if you short orders. Yeah, it's easy as that, because the price is moving up and down and not only up. Okay, so at the Fabulous family, we are not perma bulls or perma bears. We just trade the ranges, we ride the tides. Okay, so this was lesson 1. You can draw your resistance lines starting from the weekly or even the monthly. You can use the wicks, but you can also use the closing and opening prices of the candles, and then you go back onto the daily or a weekly, depending on where you started, and just do the same. Yes, so the best indicators in this game are your eyes and your brains. See ya, guys.